Have you ever had a brilliant idea, a genuine game changer, that you decided not to pursue? Not because it was bad, but because it felt too risky right now? Maybe you feared upsetting the comfortable rhythm of your current success. That fear of shaking up a lucrative status quo is the exact, tragic flaw that led to the demise of one of the world's most iconic companies. Kodak invented the world's first digital camera in 1975, yet by 2012, they were filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This is not just a dry business school case study. It's a brutal story of corporate self-sabotage, and the reality is far more painful than you might imagine. In the early 2000s, Kodak was an empire. They commanded nearly 70% of the global film market. Their brand recognition and distribution network formed an incredible fortress, a veritable cash machine. However, when their engineer, Steven Sasson, presented the revolutionary digital prototype, Kodak's senior management didn't see the future. They saw a threat. They were completely fixated on the immediate, massive profits flowing from film. As a result, they poured the vast majority of their resources back into maintaining their traditional film manufacturing lines, effectively locking away the cross-generational patent that held the keys to their survival. While competitors like Canon and Sony quietly began stocking shelves with digital products, responding to consumers who craved instant images and sharing, Kodak's response was disbelief and defense. They didn't pivot, they doubled down. They spent huge capital expanding their film production capacity, operating under the fatal delusion that today's sweet returns were a permanent guarantee. This single, critical error completely sealed off their path to the next era. The master strategist's Sun Tzu famously advised, "The wise man's plan is always a mixture of benefit and harm." He taught that you must seize the opportunity by assessing the current profit, while treating potential threats as the primary catalyst for change. Kodak held the ultimate technological advantage, the card that could have flipped the entire industry. But they kept it hidden, purely out of fear that this new digital venture would cannibalize the massive margins of their existing film business. By the time consumers and retailers fully migrated to the digital ecosystem, the window for effective action had slammed shut. The company was left scrambling with emergency asset sales, mass layoffs, and desperate legal moves. Their eventual bankruptcy was simply an inevitability. Perhaps the deadliest poison was the internal resistance. When the interests of the board, the sales force, and the entire manufacturing line are deeply intertwined with the old, successful business model, any true organizational change feels like a declaration of war against the company's powerful stakeholders. The immense sunk cost invested in film factories and distribution became a crippling anchor, paralyzing any meaningful decision-making. Had Kodak been brave enough to use their digital patent as an aggressive tool, either by widely licensing the technology, investing heavily in early imaging services, or launching small, fast-moving internal ventures to test a new market, they might have successfully navigated the disruption they themselves created, transforming it into a powerful growth engine. So, for any leader or individual facing a pivotal moment, the core lesson is clear. Use a decision-making scale that weighs the immediate, short-term gain against the absolute necessity of long-term survival. Sun Tzu's wisdom in the wreckage of Kodak is undeniable. Only the organization that actively embraces the looming harm as an urgent opportunity will earn the right to thrive in the world to come.